say good morning back to me? Good morning. There we go. Hey, we are so excited to be here. My name is Mario Casello, and I get to serve as the assistant superintendent in the district. And I have the privilege to be able to work on a variety of things, but one of them is construction type projects. We have a whole team that works together on doing construction for the district. And we're here today because unfortunately we had a really bad accident at Karshner a year ago. July 2020, we had a devastating fire that ruined that whole east side of the building. And because the fire was so big, a lot of other areas of the building were damaged because our firefighters here in Puyallup, they put over 500,000 gallons of water on that fire. Think about when you drink one bottle of water, it's 12 ounces, just a little bit. They put over 500,000 gallons of water to put out that fire. That's how big that fire was. And so when that happened, a lot of the other areas in the building were damaged as well. The gym, the library, even the west wing. So we basically had to do a lot of work to make the building safe and comfortable and nice for you guys and the staff. So that's why we're here today. And we do a ribbon cutting ceremony whenever we do a new construction project or we add on to a school and make it better. So we are celebrating Karshner because we had that devastating fire, but we're doing this ribbon cutting today because we have so many people that were patient, that were understanding, that worked so hard, including you guys as students and staff. We have all these people over here, I'm going to introduce them, that worked so hard for the last year to make this school really special and nice again for you guys. So that's what we're here for today, this ribbon cutting ceremony. So, I'm going to tell you guys some fun stuff about Karshner. This school was originally built in 1953. That was a long time ago. There's only probably one person over here. Where's Gary? See the guy with green hair? He was alive. He was doing a lot of fun stuff then. That's how long ago it was. 1953. And then, in 1962, they added on to the school. They made it bigger. With some money that was there, they made the school bigger. And then in 1989, they completely redid the whole school. It was called a modernization project. And it was money that the community, all of our parents and community members said, we want Puyallup School District to be able to do more projects. It was called a bond. And they put money for it, and we were able to redo this whole school in 1989. This school is named after Dr. Warner Karshner. And the fun, interesting fact about Dr. Karshner, he was a teacher over at Spinning Elementary for several years. And then he said, I want to go back and be a doctor. So he went back to school and he became a doctor. And then he and his wife loved to travel the world. And as they traveled around the world, they started collecting souvenirs and artifacts. And then he wanted to give back to Puyallup. So he founded the Karshner Museum. Raise your hand if you've ever been to the Karshner Museum. Look at all you guys that have been there. So when we get to go over to the Karshner Museum and see all the fun stuff in there, that's because of Dr. Karshner. And this school is named after him, which makes that pretty special and pretty fun. So that's kind of some fun, interesting stuff. I'm going to let that helicopter drive by, fly by real quick so it's not so loud. You guys can wait for the helicopter. There we go, they like that. They're looking down on us right now. So again, I said there's a lot of people that were able to come together and make this happen. So I want to recognize a few people real fast, because when a team of folks comes together, there's a lot of work, puts in a lot of time and effort. It's really important that we recognize it. So Gary Francis, right here, he's waiting. He's the guy I was just teasing about. He's our executive director of capital projects. And Gary oversees our construction team, our capital department team, and we work real closely. So Gary had a lot to do with making sure things came together. Brady Martin, where's Brady? Brady was the project manager. You guys probably saw him here. He lived here for the last year. He was here so much, working real closely with all these folks to make sure the project was getting done and everybody was doing what they were supposed to be doing. So I want to thank Gary and Brady in particular right there. And then we got a construction team. Neely Construction, they're local. They live here in Puyallup. So we got Corey Smith and Mark Taylor from Neely. They're right there waving their hands. They were here all year long, making sure that the construction team was doing what they were supposed to be doing. And so we thank them. And then we have architects. Architects have to come in and they have to help us figure out what we need to do to make sure the building is right so the construction team can build that. And that was BCRA architects. So Kent McLaren and David Seifert are right here, and they did a really good job, and they're just local too. They're right out of Tacoma, and they were here to help us. And then we had an engineering team. There's so many layers to construction. Engineers had to come in and help us make sure we were doing things right. So BCE engineers, we got Brian Maloney right there, Melissa, I'm sorry, I forgot your last name. She just wants to wave right now. And Chris Caffey, is Chris there? Okay, so those folks helped out big time. And then we had an insurance company that had to make sure everything was taken care of. Because when you have a big fire like that, there's a lot of insurance stuff. So we wanted to recognize Slade Steeler. Where's Slade right there? All his work helping us out with the district, making sure things got done there. And again, there's a bunch of other people here that we want to thank, but I really wanted to recognize those folks for all their extra efforts there. So now I'm going to turn over to Dr. Palm. He's our superintendent. And for the first time, you guys really get to see him because last year with COVID, he wasn't able to be out and about. None of us were because of COVID. So he's excited to be here today, and he's going to say some words. So let's give Dr. Palm a big hand.
Well, thank you so much. It's great to be here in the home of the Tigers at Karshner Elementary, and you are doing so well. I know Principal Ballston is very proud of you today for your great behavior. Hey, I got a couple of things I wanted to say. Thank you to that man that was just up here, Mario Casello. He's really one of the ones that helped all this happen and really coordinate things, and it's been really good to work with him. I remember when I was first superintendent on day 5, my 5th day, the 5th day of being superintendent here at Puyallup, I got a call, and Mr. Casello said, "We have a school fire." And he says it's at Karshner Elementary, and my first thought was, oh my gosh, where's Karshner? I wasn't even familiar with where all the schools were, and it was really devastating to see, but what a joy it is today to be able to see what it has become. I know there have been a lot of changes. I guess this is version 2021 for Karshner Elementary. And we were very pleased to be able to have the extra dollars to put into the facility to help make it state-of-the-art for you. So thank you to Mr. Casello. Also, I wanted to make sure and say that we are so thankful for just the staff and students who spent the last year at a different site. Didn't get to walk to school, and now you do. So we're so pleased to be back home here at Karshner. So thank you so much, and thank you to all the people that Mario just mentioned for being part of the team to help this happen. I'd also like at this time to thank our board of directors, because without their leadership, all these facility projects wouldn't even be possible. They make big decisions. They ask our voters to support levies and bonds, and our supportive community has done that to help make this possible today. So it's my privilege and pleasure to introduce to you one of our school board directors who's here today, Mr. Joseph Romero. Please clap for him.
Thank you, Dr. Paul. So welcome home, Karshner Tigers. Now I know that Principal Baldwin asked you to get a 0, but I'm going to ask you to go to a 10 to hear how excited you are to be back in this brand new remodeled school. So how does it feel to be back at Karshner Elementary, everyone? Just go ahead. So I know last year, the beginning of school was real interesting because when you started at school, it seemed really small, right? I think your screens are probably 10 inches big. And for some of you, especially those who are in first grade, I got to welcome you to a brand new adventure last year. And you got to go to a whole school where you got to spend the year with all the teachers and staff. And I got to welcome you there. Now, I know for my son, that would be pretty scary. And a lot of you have been really, really brave, and I'm just so excited to be able to be here, walk through the school, and invite you back to all of the great work that so many people have put forth over these last last few months, because they really did this in just over a year, where generally speaking, new schools can take up to 3 to 4 years to get finished. So again, big kudos to Assistant Superintendent Mario Casello, Derek Prentice, and everyone involved in making this happen. With all that being said, I just wanted to say thank you so much. I got a chance to meet your principal, LaShonda Baldwin, probably about 4 years ago. And she has been so passionate about this school, and I got to learn from her about how important this community is to our school district, and how much the staff, your teachers, parent educators, the office administrators, nurse, the parents, they love this school. And I'm just so excited and thankful that they help us do these things for you and the school. So if you love how Karshner's turned out, and you love being back here, say thank you to your parents too, because without them, we can't do any of this work. It's really important because it shows how much our community members and your parents care about you and this school that we get to continue to do this work. So thank you and welcome home, Karshner Tigers.
Thank you, Director Romero. Okay, this is about you guys. So I'm going to bring up Principal Baldwin. She's got some student leaders there, and they're going to say a few words in celebration. So Ms. Baldwin, come on up. Give Ms. Baldwin a big hand.
All right, friends. This has been a long time. That day, it was super devastating, but to walk into the building this year and to see all of your amazing faces, to see all of the eyes with surprise and excitement has been well worth it. I want to take the time to really thank the construction team because, again, there is no stress, no worries. Huge shout out and thank you to Brady. He's walked through this hand in hand with us this entire time. Whenever we call him, he is still here. He helped us to welcome our students back to the building, as well as to get everything straight. There was a lot of moving of chairs, furniture, indecisiveness on my part, and he still was amazing. So a huge thank you to Mr. Brady Martin, huge thank you to the Neely Construction, to the insurance company, to the architect team, to the district. I just cannot thank you all enough after such a devastating event to be able to walk into such a beautiful space and to really know that you matter, that this was a bad experience, but after all of that, to be welcomed back with such amazing state-of-the-art technology, with just such amazing fresh look, has been well worth it. I want to take this time, we're going to go to a level 10 to show our excitement. On the count of 3, we're going to do our biggest cheer, and then when we finish, we're going to say, thank you, everybody. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to stretch our arms out over here. And we're going to say, thank you, everybody. 1, 2, 3. We truly appreciate it. Thank you all again. You've been amazing. And I can't thank you enough.
So right now, Principal Ball, we're going to bring your student leaders up here. Come on over here real fast, you guys. Tell us your name real quick, what grade you're in, and what this means to be back home at Karshner.
I'm Alexa. I'm in 6th grade, and I'm happy to be back because I like Karshner and it's my home.
Okay, thank you.
My name is Charlie, I'm in 5th grade, and it's just great to be back because I really like school at home.
Thank you. Come on over here, go to this quarter.
My name is Spencer Scott, I'm in 6th grade, and I make a lot. I've been here for 7 years, so yeah.
Cool. All right, thanks, Spencer. Come on over.
My name is Sheila, I'm in 3rd grade, and I really like being in school, and how you can see all your new friends.
Cool. Thanks, buddy. One more.
I'm Sophie, I'm in 5th grade, and I'm glad to be back because we're the Karshner Tigers!
There we go. Thank you. Okay, kids, you guys come on this side of the ribbon. We're going to do a fun little photo shoot with you guys, Principal Baldwin. You'll get on the other side. You guys are going to actually face this way. Kids, face this way because we want the whole student body. Dr. Palm, Director Romero, you guys get in there. We're going to do a little photo shoot with you guys to celebrate this. Miss Gillespie, can you get them all in there? Oh, Miss Hallworth's going to take the photo. There we go. Director Romero, get right behind Principal Baldwin. We want you right there. There we go, right there. There's a good photo. Good little photo shoot there. Now watch how fun this is. These are real scissors. Look how good they are. So Principal Baldwin, hold the scissors. Okay. Don't cut it yet, Principal Baldwin. We want to get a cool little photo of you holding those scissors right there. Everybody's looking. Let's get another picture with Principal Baldwin holding the scissors. This is the official cutting of the ribbon to like officially open the new school. So student body, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, and then Principal Baldwin's going to cut the ribbon. Ready? Yay! There it is! It's official! Cool. Thank you, everybody. Principal Baldwin, how do you want them to go back to their class? I'll let you dismiss them.
Thank you.